Well, I'm going to do a little something different today. What I'm going to do is review this game. It's Madmax, and it's really an underrated game. I'm reviewing it on the Xbox One S or Xbox One family, and I just want to tell you a little bit about the game. If you're a fan of the Mad Max series and the new Mad Max film that came out in 2015, Mad Max Fury Road, then this is kind of a tie-in from that game. And usually movies to games are really bad adaptations, but in this case, this game is awesome. I mean, there are a few quirks here and there, and then that's what I'm going to talk about. You can see that the characters here that you meet are kind of unique and kind of drab and dreary and, for lack of better words, somewhat not normal, as you could say, because, you know, the Mad Max story is in a post-apocalyptic world anyways. And, you know, it's in the future when, after a nuclear war, and then everything is so scarce, you know, that there's so much fighting. And this game, you know, starts out, you know, telling you the basics, you know, how to fight. Everything is kind of like story related, where it kind of, the narrative, not a voice narrative, but as, you know, like a controller will pop up, or as you can see, the green dot is what your objective is, and it will show you on a map, you know, where to go for that objective. And you go into this huge kind of like open world sandbox type of game. The combat system, as you can see here, it's very simple. You know, it's just a couple of buttons as it starts out, and it explains very well how to do this combat system. And as you progress through the game, you upgrade not only yourself, but you upgrade, you know, your car. So you're going to see that you get a car called the Magnum Opus, and you'll see that car here in just a second. And there's a lot of adventure and exploring type of things to do. You pick up a currency called scrap. The game feels definitely like the Mad Max game that it's supposed to be. It feels like a dreary, bleak, junkyard type of game, but yet it's adventurous and has that dirt grind a feel to it. And then you play as, you know, of course, Mad Max, and you go through this big open world of all of these objectives and challenges and meeting these characters. And you see that you have you end up with garages, you know, all these characters you meet. As you can see, these objectives to do in the game while you're going on the ventures, the different kind of you know, weapons that you're going to use. And, you know, this game is just so underrated, it's unbelievable. I picked up this game for $5 from the Microsoft store on the Xbox One for $5. You can see there it has a map where you can set objectives to where you want to go. And, you know, I couldn't have spent $5 better when it comes to video games than this game right here. I like the way it plays out. It kind of has a feel of, honestly, it feels a little bit like
We're low on fuel.
Borderlands
Unfortunately, with gas time comes the blessing of
meets.
gasoline.
I really don't know. I mean, it's kind of unique. It feels a little bit like Borderlands, but then again, it's its own. It's its own game. You can see that you can run out of fuel while you're driving your car as you're going on all these missions to build and get parts for the magnum opus, because it starts out as just not much more than a dune buggy frame, as you can see here. But the visuals are great to this game. You know, considering this came out, I believe it came out in 2016. The visuals for this game are pretty good on the Xbox One, and you know, I mean, it's pretty, you know, true to the Madmax series. And you know, there's always places to explore, and this game is just a lot bigger than I expected. You know, I mean, it's kind of like it fell under the radar. And here it is, November of 2018, and I'm playing this game for the first time, and I'm like, hello, you know, where's this game been? And, you know, it's really a decent way to pass a couple hours here and there. It's quite enjoyable, I find.
She's out of gas.
It is, you know, just a single player, so if all you multiplayer fans out there, if you're looking for a game to play online, you know, you probably wouldn't want to get this game. But, you know, if you're looking for a story-driven based, you know, single-player action game, story, adventure, kind of like almost a little bit of light RPG elements, then, you know, this is the game that you should definitely pick up. And at $5, it's really a no-brainer. I mean, you should definitely pick this up. Okay. You can see as you're searching around here, you definitely look around for things after you've beat the bad guys, you know, at their bases. In this instance here, the Magnus Opus is out of gas, and it took me a second to find out where to actually, you know, fill the gas tank up on the car. I'm like, this is the first time I played the game. Then finally I see the little green dot, which green, if you think of green as meaning go, it means that's your objective, and that's usually where the next spot of the game wants you to go. So it took me a little bit to figure out how to gas up the car, but eventually I do. As you can see, the little green dot is toward the back of the car. So I pick up the gas can when I run up here, and then I go back. Oh, come on. Okay, go to the back of the car. I go to the back, and then it says refuel. That'll come up as an option, and then I start refueling the car. But anyways, to summarize the game up, I would give this game an 8 out of 10 stars.